Welcome traders. In this week's session, I'm going to be showing you how to trade Nasdaq on PrimeXBT CFD's platform. Now, what is Nasdaq? Nasdaq is a composite index that tracks over 3,000 companies listed on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange. The first Nasdaq 100 futures contracts were originally launched on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, also known as CME, back in 1996. Since then, we have seen the launch of the E-mini Nasdaq 100, which traders love to trade and is also known as NQ. So similar to the S&P 500, Nasdaq is used today to hedge and speculate on various price action movements within the market. So let's dive further into Nasdaq and let me show you today how you can trade it on the PrimeXBT platform. Now, if you have not already signed up an account, you can do so by simply going onto our main PrimeXBT landing page. There you have a whole lot of options that pretty much allow you to verify yourself, set up an account, and get going. So once you have obviously done that, your account will look something like this. So I've already got some funding sitting in this account, which is awesome. And pretty much what you'll need to do is you'll need to make your necessary deposits into the account. So once the funding is sitting in your account, then will you be eligible to actually make and execute positions on the platform. So if you have a look over here, there is a deposit function. You can choose between either crypto or actual fiat. Once the funding is sitting in your account, it'll look something like this. And then there's just one key point I want to mention to you, and I've mentioned in our previous tutorials as well. Once the funding is sitting in your account, it will sit in this overview that looks like this. You will then need to transfer it into the respective trading account, right? So for example, let's say I am going to be showing you today how to trade Nasdaq. That's obviously going to be sitting in the CFD's trading platform side of things. You're not going to be able to trade Nasdaq on the crypto futures platform, okay? So pretty much what you'll need to do is simply click on, let's say for example, you've got USD Tether. You can click over here where it says transfer, choose the wallet in which you would like the funding to leave. So maybe you've got funding sitting in your futures account, or maybe you've already got funding sitting in your wallet account. You can then choose the necessary account you want to withdraw from. And then you pretty much need to choose the designation account in which you want the funding to sit and land. So for example, if you have a look over here, we are going to want the money to translate into our CFD's platform. So I'll need to go and choose CFD trading. I then go confirm. You'll get a notification that says transfer complete. And then pretty much you'll see the funding now sitting in this CFD's trading account, right? So if I go over here and into the CFD's platform, it'll look something like this. Really easy to use. So you've got a couple of functions. So you can see over here, you've got balance, equity, unrealized profit, as well as your used margin and available margin, right? That's pretty much just giving you a summary as to how much liquidity you have sitting in this account. And you can already see I've got some positions running here, and that's pretty much live executed positions that I've actually done on the live streams with you guys. So in order to go and find Nasdaq now, you're going to just simply need to know what the ticker name is. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you with that. Nasdaq is really simple. It's just literally as it is, Nasdaq. So for example, if you go over to where it says trade, you can select either all markets, CFD, crypto, or Forex. Now remember, Nasdaq is an indice, so it's going to be sitting under the CFD's option. It's not going to be sitting under crypto or Forex, right? So if you click on where it says CFD, you'll then have a look here and you've got a whole range of options. Now, just simply put, you just need to go and find the ticker. So over here, if you look, it's simply Nasdaq, and you can double click on that, right? So once you click on that, so let's say for example, I click on gold, you'll see it'll change the chart pattern for you. And that pretty much is giving you the different options now that you have, okay? So for example, if you have a look now at Nasdaq, you're trading at currently around $21,000. So how can you go about executing a position here? Really simple. I'm going to show you two options in which I like to use. One from a market execution point of view and another from a limit point of view. So let's say, for example, we were looking to potentially sell. I would just really go and simply click on the sell button. I'll make sure that the order type says market, okay? Then you can go over here and modify how many contracts or lots you would like to go in. So let's say, for example, we would like to do 0.10. I can then place a stop loss as well as a take profit level and modify that like this. Let's say, for example, I don't really have enough time to change that information right now, so I want to go ahead and just execute the position. I just simply click send order and I go confirm. You'll then see that the position has now been filled, and you'll see that we are running live this trade. Okay, so if you have a look over here now, it'll show you, so below where I've got Ethereum, I've got a position now running for Nasdaq, and if I click on this, right, you'll see it'll bring up the function again to modify your stop loss as well as your take profit. Okay, and that's pretty much in a nutshell all you really need to know. So for example, let's say I would like to place my stop loss at around 23,000. I just simply manually change that. It will then tell you automatically what your profit and loss is going to be. So in this scenario, you will see now my projected loss will be $192 if price moves against me to $23,000 and I get stopped out of the sell position, right? And if I want to take profit, obviously you need to remember we are selling at a price now, and obviously the market needs to trade lower in order for you to make money. So in this example, your take profit level should be anything below 21,000. So let's say, for example, I wanted to take profit at around 18,000. There you'll see your projected profit now will say automatically calculate for you as well. It will now say a figure of $307. And that's simply all you really need to know. So I'll go ahead and click modify. I'll go confirm. And now you'll have a look over here. You can pretty much see that we have this position running. So if I go and zoom out a bit and I have a look over here, you can see where we have the short position running on this pair. Okay, and if you are wanting to maybe visually actually be able to see your take profit and stop loss level, how do you do that? It's really simple. You click on where it says plus SL and TP, and you'll see all of a sudden you've got these green lines that pop up. Now, the green lines are really useful because you can actually go and drag and drop those functions without actually having to manually go and change the numbers again. So let's say, for example, you would like your stop loss level to now be at around 24,000. I can just simply go and modify that and click modify. It will then go confirm and the position will be changed for you, right? The same can be done then for the take profit level. So let's say, for example, I would like to maybe execute my take profit level to be at a position a little bit lower. So maybe I want to take it around $17,000. I can simply drag that function lower, or I can drag it higher, and then you'll just need to click modify and execute the position in a different manner, right? So that's pretty much in a nutshell how the actual trading side of things works, from wanting to execute positions on Nasdaq within the platform. How do you go about maybe setting a limit function or maybe modifying this current position? It's really easy. So if you have a look over here, you can do one of two things. If you click on where it says the little X button, you will then have the option to close a portion of this trade. So for example, we are in 0.1 lots right now. So if I wanted to say close half, how do I do that? I just simply go over here. I can type in 0.05 and then it will show you, it will say, okay, cool. If you want to close this position, all I'm really doing is modifying it, right? So I'll be closing 0.05 out of 0.1. I go confirm position close, and then it will now tell you that the position has been executed and you won't be running in the full position anymore. So if you have a look over here now, it will tell you your symbol, Nasdaq, the side you chose, we were selling, how much size we were in. Initially we were in 0.1, now we are only in 0.05. My fill price of 21,000, current price, and it's giving you obviously an estimated profit and loss, okay? If I wanted to go and close this position now, I simply go close and go confirm, and then you will see that the position is no longer active, okay? And then you can go into your trading history section and you can go and look for the various trades that you have executed, okay? So that's how you would be able to sell in a market execution environment. How can I maybe potentially set a buy limit? Obviously the limit functions are a bit more handy. So let's say, for example, you want to maybe trade from only $20,000 because price might be a bit too high for you, but maybe you're going to get executed overnight or over the weekend or whatever it may be. So how do I go about doing that? It's really simple. So let's say, for example, I would like to enter 0.2 lots and I would like to buy Nasdaq, but now I actually want to enter into a limit function. So if you have a look here where it says symbol, you will then see it says Nasdaq, and then your order type, that is where you need to change. So if I click on the drop down box, it'll give me an option. So market limit, stop order, or OCO. In this scenario, I would like to set a limit so I can keep the same amount, right? And then I'll just need to go and change the limit price. So let's say, for example, I would like to enter from $20,000. I simply modify it like that. And then the same way, you can pretty much either click on this box here. It'll then provide you the option to either modify your stop loss level as well as your take profit level at the same time. So let's say, for example, price, I only want to be in this position from $20,000. And if we start trading lower to say $18,000, I would like to get stopped out of the position there. Then what you would need to do is modify it like I've just done now. And then you'll see my projected loss in this scenario be around $400. I would then like to have a potential take profit of say $23,000. Then it'll give you your projected profit. In this scenario, it would say 599 USD. I then go send order, I confirm it, and then you will note now it is not an active and market executed position. So it's going to sit underneath your orders function, right? Because remember, it's just an order. So when price gets down to that level, then it will automatically execute into the position for you. So if you have a look over here, I can click on where it says SL and TP, and you can now actually physically see those levels. So I can see my stop loss level of 18,000. And if I scroll a bit higher, I can also see my take profit level. So that's pretty much it. That's how easy it is to use. If you want to get out of this position, or maybe you don't want this position active anymore, you can simply go and delete it and it will be canceled out of your active orders section. So that is pretty much a summary of how you can trade Nasdaq on the PrimeXBT CFDs platform. So I hope you enjoyed this week's tutorial, and I hope you find these tutorials really useful. So we'll see you in the next one.